The Rose Bowl is an outdoor athletic stadium located in Pasadena, California. Opened in October 1922, the stadium is recognized as a National Historic Landmark and a California Historic Civil Engineering Landmark. At a modern capacity of an all-seated configuration at 92,542, the Rose Bowl is the 16th largest stadium in the world, the 11th largest stadium in the United States, and the 10th largest NCAA stadium. The stadium is 10 miles (16 kilometers) northeast of downtown Los Angeles. The Rose Bowl is best known as a college football venue, specifically as the host of the annual Rose Bowl game for which it is named. Since 1982, it has served as the home stadium of the UCLA Bruins football team. 5 Super Bowl games, third most of any venue, have been played in the stadium. The Rose Bowl is a noted soccer venue, having hosted the 1994 FIFA World Cup Final, 1999 FIFA Women's World Cup Final, and the 1984 Olympic soccer gold medal match, as well as numerous CONCACAF and United States Soccer Federation matches. The stadium and adjacent Brookside Golf and Country Club are owned by the City of Pasadena and managed by the Rose Bowl Operating Company, a non-profit organization whose board is selected by council members of the City of Pasadena. UCLA and the Pasadena Tournament of Roses also have one member on the company board. The chief executive officer and general manager was Darrell Dunn from 1999 until he retired in June 2022. Through January 1922, the bowl now known as the Rose Bowl game was played at Tournament Park, about 3 miles (5 kilometers) southeast, adjacent to the campus of the California Institute of Technology, Caltech. The Pasadena Tournament of Roses Association, the game's organizer, realized the temporary stands were inadequate for a crowd of more than 40,000, and sought to build a better, permanent stadium. The stadium was designed by architect Myron Hunt in 1921. His design was influenced by the Yale Bowl in New Haven, Connecticut, which opened in 1914. The Arroyo Seco was selected as the location for the stadium. The Rose Bowl was under construction from February 27, 1922, to October 1922. The nearby Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum also was under construction during this time and would be completed in May 1923, shortly after the Rose Bowl was completed. Originally built as a horseshoe, the stadium was expanded several times. The southern stands were completed in 1928, enclosing the stadium into a complete bowl. The field's alignment is nearly north-south, offset slightly northwest, and the elevation at street level is approximately 830 feet (255 meters) above sea level. The stadium's name was alternatively Tournament of Roses Stadium or Tournament of Roses Bowl, until being settled as Rose Bowl before the 1923 Rose Bowl game, in reference to the unusually named, at the time, Yale Bowl. The stadium can be very difficult to access due to the traffic caused by single-lane residential street access. It has little dedicated parking for visitors, and parking issues have routinely caused visitors to spend 2 to 3 hours completing the last mile to the stadium on game days. When constructed, the majority of visitors arrived to the bowl via the Pacific Electric interurban streetcar system. However, this service ended in 1958. Weather permitting, the 36 holes of Brookside Golf Course are used for parking. In 2016, Rose Bowl contracted Park Jockey to streamline parking in and around the stadium. There is improved signage, a shuttle service to help visitors get to the stadium, and mobile generator-powered lighting for visitors walking on the golf course at night. Seating. The stadium's seating has been reconfigured several times since its construction in 1922. The south end was filled in to complete the bowl, and more seats have been added. The original wooden benches were replaced by aluminum benches in 1969. New grandstand and loge seats were installed in 1971. New red seat backs were added to 22,000 seats prior to the 1980 Rose Bowl. A Rose Bowl improvement was conducted because of UCLA's 1982 move and the 1984 Summer Olympics. This resulted in new seat backs for 50,000 seats. For many years, the Rose Bowl had the largest football stadium capacity in the United States, eventually being surpassed by Michigan Stadium, 107,601. The Rose Bowl's maximum stated seating capacity was 104,091 from 1972 to 1997. Some of the seats closest to the field were never used during this time for UCLA regular season games, and were covered by tarps. Official capacity was lowered following the 1998 Rose Bowl. Slightly different figures are given for the current capacity because the lower-level seats behind the team benches are not used for some events since the spectators cannot see through the standing players or others on the field. UCLA reports the capacity at 91,136. The Tournament of Roses reports the capacity at 92,542. The 2006 Rose Bowl game, which was also the BCS championship game, had a crowd of 93,986. In the 2011 contest between TCU and Wisconsin, the listed attendance was 94,118. As of 2008, the Rose Bowl is the 11th largest football stadium, and is still the largest stadium that hosts postseason bowl games. For concerts held there, the Rose Bowl holds almost 60,000 people. The stadium's 2014 remodeling removed the lower, lettered row seats on each side behind the players' benches and provided access in and out of the stadium for the lower sections of the Rose Bowl, restoring its original design. For the 2021 season, UCLA began using a tarp to decrease capacity and cover the north upper end zone. The tarp spells out UCLA with advertisements on the side. This brought official capacity down to 69,740.